Welcome back to the channel, friends. It is good to be here, and I hope you're doing well. So today, we're rocking and rolling with some more Nine Kings, an excellent, fast-paced roguelike kingdom builder. And some big news with this game, my friends. Well, just went to early access on May 23rd. So very recently, there's new kings to try out, new decks to play around with, more synergies to be had. And we're doing it here today. So what I want to do in this particular run is focus on the King of Nature. And we're going to see how strong of a build we can put together with the King of Nature deck. So without further ado, let's hop on in, smash the like button if you like the Nine Kings. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts about the video and run. And if you are new here, then please consider becoming a subscriber. Thank you so much. Now let's rock and roll. Alright, so as advertised, we're going to be going with the King of Nature here today. And the cool thing about the King of Nature's deck is the Boar card. So it can be mounted by adjacent troops. For each 1 HP that the Boar has, it's going to increase the rider's stats by 1%. So kind of envision that paired with the forest, of course, which is going to add max HP. I think it's probably the key with having success with the King of Nature. Maybe we can mount it with an elf or something crazy like a ballista or something. We'll certainly see. We're going to be playing on Duke difficulty, and I have my perks set up as follows. So we're going to go with Nurturer, which is going to give us more max HP. It's going to pair well with the Boars. I also have Hoarder, which is going to give us some random cards from our king in our hand per rank. Meaning, maybe we can get a faster start. Maybe we start with the forest and a boar. You know what I mean? Then we have persistent, 2 free rerolls. It's going to help us get the cards that we need. So let's rock and roll. Alright, 747 is the year. Our enemies are the King of Stone and the King of Blood. Alright, so another cool aspect of the King of Nature is the treant. So it's going to create a healing area on the ground. It actually does not attack. It simply heals. So that's also interesting when compared to other castles. And for our start, we do have a forest and a boar start. Absolutely beautiful. In fact, we can get a level 2 boar, which I think is quite nice. So let's definitely get the boar. I envision this in the middle. Then, of course, we'll want to find a unit to mount it, right? But let's get the forest in there as well. And let's see. So we want to pump up the HP of the boar. So let's throw the forest right there. I'm okay with that. And then let's go ahead and let's level up the boar, and we can use Procreate on the boar next turn. Alright, let's go, my mighty boars. Take them out. So to give you an idea, 39.78 is the HP value of the boar, right? So they're going to add 39.78% to whatever unit chooses to mount it. So let's see if we can get something to mount it. We do have the clone, so I think that's completely fine. Let's go ahead and clone this forest and get another one back here. I mean, 2 maxed out forests, and then we can put 2 units right here that can mount the boar, right? I think it's going to be the key to success. We do have the elf. I think this is a great option to mount the boar. Let's do it. Take a frontal stance with the elf. Now, the elf is a very powerful ranged unit, and you see how they mount the boar there. Very powerful ranged unit, but shoots very slowly. Like, we'll take a look at the stats in a moment. We also have the ballista. Do we mount the ballista on the boar? I think that's the question. Do we do it? I mean, it kind of sounds fun. Let's do it. Sure. Now watch, the ballista is going to mount the boar. Absolutely hilarious. Comical, hilarious. You love to see it. And the King of Blood finds out. And let's see, we got the Demon's Altar, the Bomber, and the Mangler. I think I want to see if I can get... Let's get a treant upgrade. But I think Carnage is a great upgrade for the boars, given, we're going all in on HP. Now, for our first Royal Decree here, doubles every heal effect you receive. I think I'm going to re-roll this. Your buildings, apply their effects more than 1 time. Absolutely terrific. And let's get an idea of kind of what's happening here. So, we have the elf. And look at that. Very slow attack speed. 0.11 hits per second. Absolutely brutal, but hits for 20. The boar itself has 44.8 HP. So that, of course, will be an increase to the ballista and the elf that choose to mount the boar. And then, of course, we have the ballista. Does piercing damage. Quite nice, but... having these double forests on the boar, I think it's a great start for us. So let's go ahead and let's procreate. I think we're probably going to see a lot more elves, but maybe less of the ballista. Either that or maybe we just do it on the boar. The more boars, the better. I'll do it on the ballista. Now we're going to have a battalion of mounted ballista. Said nobody ever, but we're doing it here today. Take out the King of Stone, you bet. And let's see, we got Earthworks. This is going to help us expand. How about another ballista? You bet. Now we have a horde of ballista, who also attack pretty darn slowly. So I don't know if we want to add maybe a third unit type. Gonna have to figure it out. I think it would be most advantageous for us to get a blacksmith or something right here. We got another boar as well. So I can get my boars up to level 3. I think that's worth it because it'll give them a higher HP value, which, you know, of course will snowball even further. We got baby boom coming up. So it should be on these 3 tiles. Nope, just right here. Okay. Let's level up the boars and let's keep on going here, boys. Got a bunch of demons on our doorstep. And look at the ballista just mow them down. Tremendous. Alright, Demon's Altar, Bomber. Got another Treant. Let's see if I can get Carnage. Okay, here we go. Let's throw that stack on the boars, who of course will have high HP. 123 HP, so 123% increase to the mounted units. And it's definitely shown on the battlefield here. Like, the ballista bolts just simply take out that back line of elves. Ballistas are starting to snowball just a little bit. Now we have another forest or a clone. I think let's grab the forest and get our forest upgraded. We can wage war with another king. I think the King of Nothing is great. King of Greed also good, right? With the overinvest card. And also the beacon, right? Like we could really use an improvement in attack speed. I think we should probably go with the King of Greed, actually. I think the beacon is key. Let's go with the King of Greed. And let's level up the forest. Alright, very good. We've got more demons on the doorstep. Let's take them out. And I can't actually do this. Do our Treant healing circle manually. Let's get another stack of Carnage. Sounds great to me. I like playing with the castle or the Treant or whatever you want to call it on auto. Beacon, yes. It's absolutely what we need. Now we have the merchant coming to town. We get another elf. We get a wizard, which is also kind of interesting. A paladin maybe as a frontline force. Like, paladin on the force wouldn't be terrible. Beacon has to go right here. We got double force back here. I don't hate the addition of the paladin. I really don't. Looks like our elves could use an improvement as well. So maybe I should actually upgrade the elves. Thief as well. I mean, the thief adds an interesting synergy as well. Because it can just delete back lines, right? Let's go with the paladin. I'm okay with that. Let's get the beacon installed, and then the paladin's going to go right back here. Where it can double up this HP, right? Just be a strong frontline presence that does not mount the boar, right? Keep the units off me. Give my backline that is very strong time to just take them out. Earthworks, Treant, Trebuchet. Let's see, what am I looking for? Doesn't look like I can check the level of my cards anymore. Is my ballista level 3 or not? Let's go with the Treants. I'm fine with that. And here we go. We have the opportunity to expand. I mean, we're being carried by a mounted ballista, which is absolutely hilarious. So let's expand there. Let's see. Ballista, only level 2. Okay. So we need one more ballista. 2 more elves. So let's see if we can get some clone cards. I want to get that beacon upgraded as well. In fact, I want to get everything upgraded. Alright, we got the King of Greed. A very challenging army. Especially once he starts overflowing the lane with thieves. We have overinvest, which is absolutely tremendous. We take that and we use that on our boars. 182 HP. Up to 200. Couldn't quite catch it. 232. Beautiful. And these elves just get absolutely mowed down by ballista bolts. Alright, how about clone? See, I do believe the boar's level 3. Yeah, it is. Elf. Certainly take it. Fertility. Receive 3 procreate cards immediately. Summons are 50% stronger. How about overwork again? Let's get the elf. Get him leveled up. Let's keep going. I want to target clone cards for sure. We have the King of Greed once again on our doorstep. His mercenaries just getting mowed down by our mounted ballista. Vault. I mean, vault is great as well. Especially with this times 2, right? So let's grab the vault. And let's see, when can I expand next? It's like in a couple of years. I mean, ideally, like this is prime real estate for like a blacksmith or another beacon. So I think we can hold on to the vault for a while. This right here can help buff up our ballista as well. Like a farm or something. Definitely want to do combat with the King of Nothing. Let's level up the treants. And let's keep going. Mounted ballista. Who would have thought? Got the quarry, trapper, or cauldron. Let's re-roll for a ballista, hopefully. Trebuchet, earthworks. Suppose we can use it. So why don't we just go ahead and... we can expand territory a little bit. In fact, this will be the key. So let's go ahead and throw that right there. Let's get the forest back in place, and now we have an open area for our vault, which is quite nice. Alright, King of Blood. Lots of demons. But our piercing damage is just far too much. 15,000 damage from the ballista. And we got the baby boom. Of course, there's nobody there. Let's go ahead and get the vault installed, so we start getting some more gold. I mean, 9 gold from a level 1 vault. Absolutely tremendous. King of Greed again. Let's see if we can get another vault or a beacon. We get a beacon. Beautiful. Alright, let's keep going. More demons. They just can't hang with us, simply put. Carnage, yes. And we get to expand again. Let's go right there. Start propping up our elves. Carnage on the boars with their impressive HP, which is what now? 533. So of course that naturally does increase the attack speed as well, right? Quarry, trebuchet, flamethrower. Let's go with the ballista. Here we go. Boom. Get leveled up, ballista. And let's keep on rocking and rolling. Paladin's starting to hang in there a little bit as well, with 170 HP. We get overinvest and another vault. I mean, both of these are really, really good options. I think you gotta go overinvest. Unlocks 3 new random plots with forest on each of them, really. Doubles crit damage. Every poison effect is now applied twice. Let's re-roll this. Doubles every heal effect you receive. Re-roll again. 99 coins. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's take out a loan so we can overinvest in the boars, who now have crossed the 700 mark in HP. Excuse me, the 800 mark in HP. Doing great. More carnage, absolutely. Got some good gold. Starting to snowball a little bit in HP. Let's get in combat with the King of Nothing. Alright, another beacon, I think so. Make peace with an enemy king. King of Blood. I think you've run your course there, pal. Let's get the beacon fully upgraded. I gotta get these forests upgraded too. But this right here, this Royal Decree, the overwork, it's really doing great things for us. Giving us nice and, quick attacks. Because the boars are getting so buffed up in HP. Let's see. What am I looking for? Earthworks wouldn't be the worst. Wall maker, I'm good on the walls. Man, it just keeps giving me the same assortment of things. There's earthworks. So let's go ahead and expand. Alright, worked out good. We have a rebellion on our hands. This is what we want to see. Let's see if we can get the clone or another forest. Another forest. Beautiful. Overinvest. And clone. I mean, you have to take overinvest. It's one of the best cards in the game. Level 2 forest here. Level 1 forest there. Okay, it looks like I didn't have the cash to fully utilize overinvest, that is. That's alright. Not a problem at all. Another overinvest. Don't mind if I do. Let's get carnage on the boards until we have 30 gold. And then, you guessed it, fully invested in our boars. Be curious to see how far this build can take us. Ballistic Quarry, Trebuchet. I mean, I don't like any of these. Let's take the Trebuchet so I can just sell it. And let's expand again. This would be a good spot eventually. Overinvest in the boars. 2100 HP now. 2400 HP now. So 2400% increase in the mounted units. And it shows on the battlefield. Alright, so we have another beacon. Do I want 2 beacons? I mean, one would be decent right here. And right here as well on the ballista. Otherwise, we have overinvest. Let's just keep grabbing overinvest. I'm okay with that. Sell a trebuchet. I want to get into a war with the King of Nothing. King of Stone again. Earthworks. Don't mind if I do. Whenever any unit is added to any plot, add 1 extra unit. Okay. I think that's great. Let's get that vault upgraded as well. Alright, another Nature Rebellion. Let's see if we can secure a few clone cards. Another forest. That's just fine. Alright, very good. Plenty of HP to go around, and King agreed at the doorstep again. The ballista bolts are just like a constant stream. Another vault. Absolutely beautiful. And we have another beacon. Do I like this? Concabulator is interesting as well with, you know, clones and whatnot. Let's grab another beacon. Completely okay with that. Let's get the vault upgraded. And let's get a beacon right there to start buffing up the attack speed of these elves. 0.7 hits per second now. They're almost shooting one shot per second. And look at this stream of arrows. It's a thing of beauty. I do believe our elves need an upgrade. They're level 3 yet. Level 3 boars, level 3 elves, and level 3 ballista as well. Okay, got it. Paladin not doing much, but standing firm. I think we go vault here. Alright, the King of Greed is leading his final assault. We have to play all of our cards. Not a problem. Let's go ahead and get the vault. Let's overinvest in the boars. And this mycelium, I think I can just sell it. Got HP and attack speed. And here we go. King of Greed. Looks like a 4-armed beast. And he just absolutely gets annihilated. Chainsaw down. And our kingdom has thrived. Well, let's continue playing. Let's see how far we can go. Then up comes the territory expansion beacon. Which of course we can use freely now. And the chaos has increased. Not a problem. Alright, we get another vault, which is just beautiful. So let's throw a vault. Let's throw it right there. Absolutely. Start collecting that gold, right? A bunch of times with overwork. And a nature rebellion is on our hands. Not a problem at all. Boars, elves, poison, vile. So what do I need? Clone would be good. Another forest would be good as well. Let's reroll. Clone, there we go. It's time to wage war. Alright, King of Nothing. Boom, yeah. Come aboard, pal. Let's get farms, let's get blacksmith. Alright, so clone, we can... Let's finally clone this forest up. Just to get it maxed out. And let's keep going. Mounted ballista. I mean, we don't even have a crazy amount of units, right? Blacksmith, farm, or a paladin as well. Okay, so let's figure this out. Farm. I think farming the ballista is key. Absolutely. And I think as I get, you know, procreate cards, we can bolster up the population of our boars. That's what we should probably be doing. 20% chance to deal crits. Fertility. Receive 3 procreate cards immediately. Yes. Alright, so beacons. Let's get this pumped up. Procreate. Need more boars, because then we can mount more boars, of course. Right? Especially as our ballista population grows. Let's keep going. Oh, it's just so enjoyable. Another procreate. Don't mind if I do. More boars. Have 72 in the stack now. 17,000 HP. So 17,000% stat increase. Now 20,000. I can just turn this on auto. I don't even need to mess around with it. Flame Tower, Trebuchet, Cauldron. How about Earthworks? To help us continue to expand. More boars equals more fun. How are these pallies doing? 4,300 HP. Not half bad. Just doesn't get old. Wild card. Archer and soldier. What am I looking for? Blacksmith, probably. Get the blacksmith on our elves. Or maybe another farm as well. I guess wildcard does upgrade the farm plot, so we'll do that. Procreate. Carnage, steel coat. Reinforce. Let's go procreate. Let's reroll this. Overinvest, yes. Wildcard, yes. Good little shopping spree there. So let's see. Procreate on the boars. Yes. Let's upgrade this farm to level 3. Overinvest in the boars. Oh, never mind. Should have waited till I had the gold. My bad, my bad. That's not good. We have a growing ballista population. I guess if you keep your ballista well fed, right, good things happen. Another forest. Got 2 level 3 forests. Can maybe add one back here. Otherwise, we got more boars. I mean, we want this as our single boar power stack. We definitely want that. How about a procreate? Maybe I should get another farm on our elves as well. I think that's probably warranted. Got a bunch of enemies, but they just get absolutely mopped. Mopped down. Overinvest or the vault. Let's go vault, because I want to add another one. Make peace with an enemy king. King of greed or king of nothing. How about the king of stone? You just got nothing to offer me anymore, man. Alright, so earthworks. Let's use it on this vault here. I'll get another vault right there, I think. King of nothing will give us another farm I can put right here. I think the attack buff is just fine with the strength of the boars. I mean, it's crazy because we started this run with uncertainty in attack speed. And now we're to the moon. Absolutely to the moon. Let's use the vault. Let's get it right there. I think functionally, like, the King of Greed, it's a pretty important opponent to have against you. Like, with the vault and then overinvest, pretty crazy. The dispenser is also a really good tower as well. Let's go ahead and procreate the boars, of course. Have 144 in the stack, which will effectively give how much of a buff to whatever mounted unit? 70,000% buff. So that's the attack speed that you're seeing there, of course. Blacksmith. Paladin. I'm looking for a farm. There we go. Farm. On the elves. I mean, we need riders, right? Need riders for our boar army. Clone, yes. Time to wage war against another king. King of Blood or King of Stone? The King of Spells would be interesting as well. King of Stone offers me nothing. King of Blood gives me carnage stacks. And vampirism, I suppose. Mangler demons. Alright, let's go with the King of Blood then, I suppose. Alright, so clone. We can get this farm cloned. Let's do it. But also, like, the King of Nature's deck is pretty good as well. I think you can have some start trouble with it for sure. But the ability to add more units into the stack, right? Just impressive stuff. Farm, yes. Let's max this out. Look at that, 3.36 million points of damage done. 3.25 of that done by the ballista. Absolutely insane. It is a green wave. Another vault, yeah, don't mind if I do. I think this one's just great. Attack speed of your towers. Is that the vault? I want to keep an eye on how much damage the paladins are doing. I don't even think they engage. Yeah, 0 damage. They didn't even get the chance to engage. Absolutely hilarious. Let's see, we could add another forest back on our... Let's go for, like, clones and procreates. Elves have 25.52 attacks per second. And then increase that by, what, 190,000? It's absolutely insane. I love the way you can just snowball in this game. Let's overinvest in our boars. 217,000 HP now before the forest do their thing. How about for ballista? 167 population. Boars are 171, so we need to keep hammering the procreates. The paladin, sure. You're kind of forgotten, paladin, but overinvest, yes. Precision. I think we can give a stack of precision to our ballista. Electrified elves, don't mind if I do. Otherwise, we could do Midas Touch. Help us top up that gold. We'll go Carnage as well. So paladin, get leveled up. Midas Touch. Who's attacking faster? 2.83. This is 20 or 33. So let's go Midas Touch. Let's go Precision on the ballista. Let's go Carnage on the boars. ×2. Very nice. Let's keep going. We're starting to look like a swarm, and we have demons, but it's no big deal at all. 5.9 million damage for our stack of boars. 5.6 of that, of course, is the ballista. Another stack of carnage, you bet. How are we looking for HP? 323,000 HP. Absolutely insane. Let's keep going, boys. Yeah, put down the rebellion. You bet. 6 million damage there. We got clone. Absolutely beautiful. Can make peace with an enemy king. King of greed. I think it's too important. I think the king of nothing is now expendable. Otherwise, I can re-roll this. Try to make peace with the king of blood. Let's do that instead. I'm okay with that. King of nothing can still help us get our paladins propped up, which, you know, frankly, don't really do much. All right, let's go ahead and clone this vault. Just keep them leveling up. Get that gold for overinvest. And we'll just keep hammering overinvest. See how far we can take this. Year 53. King of nothing finds out in a hail of ballista bolts. And we got some flashy damage numbers. Steel coat soldier. What am I looking for? Another paladin, I suppose. Alright, here we go. Absolutely hilarious. Mounted ballistas. Who would have thought? Procreate, yes. Chaos has increased. Okay, we'll see if we can hang in there. Shouldn't be a big deal at all. 141, 227 ballista. Let's procreate the boars. 198 now. Got a bunch of gold just going around. Attack speed, HP. And then a hail of ballista bolts that pierce through the enemy. Absolutely insane. Overinvest, yeah. Absolutely. Let's boost up the boars. Are they over 1 million HP? Not quite. 821,000 HP per boar, and then do keep in mind the stacks of carnage they have on them, right? Should something happen, we're able to do a lot of damage with carnage. Poison vial. Let's go for clone. Wage war. King of spells, yeah. Where you been, buddy? Alright, clone. Let's clone this. And level it up. More gold is definitely a good thing. I love when, like, the pre-battle takes so long to resolve. It means you got all kinds of things going on, and yeah, the game is starting to have a little bit of trouble, it does appear. Alright, King of Spells. Let's see what he has. And more importantly, how we stack up and match up. I mean, 287 ballista. Oh boy, okay. So yeah, the game is having a little bit of trouble processing all of the pixels. Absolutely hilarious. And we're going to keep on going, of course. See, can we get a library maybe? Yeah, let's take a library. Doubles the maximum HP of all currently active troops. Absolutely terrific. Now we got, what is that? 3.4 million HP for the boar, which is, of course, 3.4 million % increase. Absolutely insane. So this library, what am I planning to do with it? I mean, you could almost argue maybe to get rid of this forest or earthworks it. Bump it like back here and then throw in the library on the boars. I'll just hold on to the library for now. I think I'm okay with that. And we'll kind of see what our options are. I mean, more stacks of carnage on the boars is great, and wow. Just maxing out the damage. You see that damage output? Absolutely insane. Wild card, yes. Let's upgrade the vault. Alright, so 327 gold, year 60. The game is starting to have some trouble processing the attack phase, it does look like. And I wouldn't be surprised if something happens where the game crashes. We'll certainly find out, but look at this. The elves starting to do all the damage now. Yeah, like way more. 231. 317. That's pretty insane. Let's go ahead and clone a vault. Let's expand right there and throw a vault right there. 108 damage for the paladin, right? The unsung hero. When's the next merchant coming around? Looks like real soon. Let's see if we can spend some cash. Beacon, Midas Touch, Mercenary. How about overinvest? Boom. Alright, Farm, Library, Spire, Mangler, Cemetery, Demon's Altar. Another Library, Scout Tower. Let's re-roll. Blacksmith. I just don't feel like I need it. Mycelium. Vault, yeah, don't mind if I do. Trebuchet Farm. Suppose we could get a farm. How about this? The Shrine. Spends 9 gold every year to level up a random construction. Yes. That's one of those special cards. So we'll see if we can play around with that a little bit. It's going to help, you know, our vault get leveled up. That's for sure. So speaking of vault, let's play it. Let's get our shrine down. How about right there? That's a good spot for it. Farm. Can throw that on the paladins. Overinvest. Don't really have the cash for it. Dispenser, I think I can sell it. I'm comfortable selling it. Don't really need it. We got our build pretty much figured out. And how about that? Look at this. The shrine just making sure everything stays leveled up. Absolutely impressive. It just doesn't get old. Elf Orchard Forest. How about clone? And let's go ahead and clone this. Let's level up that shrine. You bet. And that, of course, will proc off many, many times. So this paired with this, right? Super OP combination as it relates to keeping your buildings fully upgraded. Alright, let's see what the King of Spells has. This guy can get scary because, you know, of great buffs, but looks like we handle business. Alright, let's see. So Shaman has an interesting little synergy in that it's going to buff attack. However, I think we're just simply maxed out on attack, to be honest. Like, we're adding, you know, over 1,000,000%, which is insane. It's not just a base value, it's a percentage. The Shaman's interesting to me. I'll take the Shaman. Make peace with an enemy king. King of Spells. Or the King of Nothing. Could also reroll. I think we need to keep the King of Greed at our doorstep. So the King of Nothing. I'm okay moving out the King of Nothing. And for the Shaman, let's get the Shaman installed. Like right there. He'll get nice and leveled up by the Shrine. The Shrine, though, what a card that is. My goodness. Like, it's terrific. And here we go. Looks like they lasted through a couple of flurries, but, you know, in the end, we're just too strong. Just collecting gold. Just a nice little harmonious village in the forest that you best avoid. Okay, so we got a couple of waves, and yeah, the game is starting to really hiccup. So like I said, at any point in time, we might experience the events where this game crashes. But we'll certainly see. King of Spells leading his final assault. Alright, well, we'll see what he's got for us. Let's go ahead and expand right there. Throw down the library. Let's procreate the boars. Let's overinvest in the boars. Let's keep going. Let's see how far we can take it. Let's see how far the game will allow us to take it, more like. Boar sitting at what? 2.54 E plus 7 in HP, and the Champion of Spells Hard to see what's going on, but right there, Champion of Spells, obviously the target of many, many arrows. We have over 1,000 units that take the field every single turn, which is crazy. Let's look for some enchantments like Static Combustion. 20% of its attack when it kills an enemy. I think that's a good one. 31 damage. 18 damage, but it's going to be greatly magnified and amplified, of course. Let's get Combustion on the elves, so they can collectively explode the backline. And let's see what another Age of Chaos has in store for us. I mean, I'm feeling pretty confident, but I think this game just reaches a point where it's like, yeah, the enemy's just too buffed up, right? And obviously it makes for compelling battle content for sure. Clone, yes. Time to wage war against another king. King of Stone, King of Nothing. We'll bring him back in. I want to see if I can get my Shaman buffed up on a blacksmith. Paladin. Breach that 1,500 damage mark. How about that? Alright, for clone. Let's see. I think I can just go ahead and... I think we can pretty safely move... Well, let's sell the wizard. I don't have any plans for the wizard. Let's sell it. I do like clone. Maybe I can get another library. Absolutely insane, dude. It's gonna be hard to tell. Like, when a loss finally does happen, it's gonna be hard to tell. I mean, the game has to process so many little sprites. I mean, it gets absolutely insane. So here's a library. I like the flexibility it gives me. I mean, do I do this on the forest? Start buffing up these boars with enchantments. Is that like the next phase for me? 1,200 hits a second for the elf, which is insane. 16 hits per second for the ballista. Or do I move off this beacon and start enchanting these guys? I think attack speed is no longer a problem, right? Like, it simply isn't. So yeah, let's do it. Got a bunch of clone cards. Interesting. Let's get a library right there to start supporting our 2 power stacks. We've got a wild card. Let's see. I mean, like, the boars benefit greatly from these forests, right? Because they have millions of HP already. So 2% of that is a very, very large number still. Especially proccing off, what, 5 times per forest per turn? It's pretty crazy. Clone, I think we can clone some vaults. So let's do it. Might as well expand the rest of the way. Clone some more vaults to give the shrine something to upgrade. The shrine. Quite amazing. Alright, here we go. Let's see, can the game handle this? Looks like they got a bunch of thieves in there, but the piercing bolts of the ballista... Looks like we're taking some losses, but still, ultimately, not a problem. Another vault, yeah. Wilderness. Summons are 50% stronger. Revitalize. Doubles crit damage. Receive 3 procreates immediately. Don't mind if I do. Alright, so vault. Let's get you installed right there. Let's clone it. Get another one installed. Add to our boar population. You bet. Man, what a card. The shrine just automatically levels everything up. I'm surprised to see that the ballista are actually kind of lagging behind a little bit. It's the elves that are getting it done. I mean, look at that damage. Like, the ballista do nothing compared to the elves. However, it appears that those paladins were quite tanky. Here's a blacksmith. So this is good. I want to get this on my shaman. So their buffs are more potent, if you will. Alright, let's go. Let's keep going. Boom. So many arrows. It looks like they actually managed to survive the first flurry. I think we're doing max damage, like 99999, right? So they must have a lot of HP, but they still can't hang with us, because we have a lot of HP as well. Of course. Let's see, what do we need? I think the most important card and impactful card to get now is Procreate. So can we roll into a Procreate? We sure can. Boom. In fact, I can move off of the shrine now. We're maxed out. Wouldn't necessarily need to keep the shrine in place. Alright, very strong paladins. Let's see how they do. As those bolts just pierce through to the back line. And it's absolutely insane. I mean, we're approaching 1,500 units. Steel coat, yeah. That's a really good one to get. Especially on a library. Another elf. Let's re-roll, I think. Thief, paladin, trapper, ballista boar, wizard. I mean, we're just playing with house money here. Getting all kinds of units that I simply just do not need. Yeah, that was a costly trip to the shop. But no problem at all. Let's go steel coat on the elves. And let's see, who's the lucky subject now? Well, after we collect all of our gold, of course. In fact, I want to see, does Midas Touch do anything? 191. Yeah, oh yeah. Got like 70 gold or so. Poison vial. Sure. Let's procreate the boars. 426 elves. 512 ballistas. Boars are at 333. At what? Like, I can't even do that math in my head. It's like 1.12 billion HP. Or maybe 112 million. Whatever it is, it's a lot. Very, very large number. I think it's 112 million. Overinvest, yes. Don't mind if I do. 15% of 112 million, right? Just imagine that. So make peace with the king of nothing. You offer me nothing anymore. Overinvest in the boars. $142 million HP now. It's absolutely insane. I love the way that this game just can get completely out of control. And it kind of encourages you to just get out of control with your build, right? It enables you to do so. We have 1,600 units on the field, and the King of Spells, in year 76, just doesn't stand a chance. And the elves have quickly become the champion. Pretty fun messing around with mounted ballista, though. Imagine like a boar with the ballista strapped on the back, right? Like a mobile boar turret, essentially. Okay, so looks like the rebellion has halved our units here. With just 311 attackers. Okay, so we definitely met some opposition there, did we not? Clone, I need Procreate. It's the only card that has any value anymore, really, frankly. I think one of the most useful things maybe is a farm on the boars, but I mean, we really don't need it. Our build's kind of complete. It's just a matter of seeing how far it can take us. King of Spells with 478 units. I mean, they are quadrupled up, essentially. But still, we were down to 400 there. I'm watching it closely. We were down to 400. Alright, so I think this is a timely opportunity to get rid of this. We get some more enchantments. Procreate. Yes. Poison Vial. Yes. Wild card and clone. Let's sell the wild card. Not a good idea to sell the wild card, but we're able to do so here today. And how's your attack looking? 19.1 damage. So a real insignificant buff in the grand spectrum of things, and here we go. These are the guys that gave us some trouble last time. 311 units. Our units are taking some damage for sure. The paladins and shaman must just melt, is my guess. It's really hard to tell what's going on. We got Procreate, which is great. Wage war against another king. King of Blood or King of Stone. Let's see, King of Blood. Yeah, more of those enchantments. Procreate on the boars, you guessed it. 414 boars now. With what appears to be 314 million HP. Giving any mounted unit 314 million %, now 383 million % increase in stats. Absolutely insane. King of Blood, welcome back. He's got very strong demons who seem to be able to survive a couple of flurries. But in the end, not enough. Vampirism. Yeah, we'll take Vampirism. Throw it on the elves. Let's see if maybe we can get to like turn 100 if the game will allow us. 1,500 gold. When's the next shop phase coming up? We'll obviously target enchantments. Alright, Nature Rebellion. 308 units now. They have less units than before, which is interesting. But again, just not a problem. Procreate. Where's it at? We can reroll freely for it. Boom. Got it. Attack speed of towers. Doubles the movement speed of all units. Receive 3 Procreate cards immediately. Yeah, you love to see that. How about that? Our boar horde gets larger. 522. With 8 stacks of carnage. And what, like 500 million life? Got demons on the doorstep. Just so much damage. So it does 99999 plus. That's how it registers. Just flashy numbers here today, my friends. Sacrifice, let's go. Carnage. Stack of carnage on the old boars. And yeah, I mean, I thought the boars would really start snowballing, but look at these elves. 4756. 4,756 attacks per second. So that's why we're having such lag issues. My goodness. The game can't process that. It's just an impossible thing to process. I can take off the healing as well. Procreate. Let's keep going. See if I can take this to year 100. Right about the 55-minute mark in the video. Don't want this to get too long. I think you get the idea. But it's also a fun, powerful build to behold. Anything I can to speed up the battle process, I suppose. Vampirism, don't mind if I do. Okay, Poison Vial, got Midas Touch. Just don't really need cash. Vampirism, we'll take it. Steel Coat, yes. Let's re-roll. Combustion, Unify. Sacrifices all troops adjacent to target. Target plot gains the number of units sacrificed. Adjacent to target. Target plot gains. Okay, so if I use that on my boars, it will sacrifice all the elves and all of the ballista. Okay? My thought was, maybe we can sacrifice the ballista, but the way it's laid out, right? Where the elves are, it would sacrifice both stacks of units. So I don't want to do that. We can grab Carnage, though. Precision, you bet. Overinvest, you bet. Static, yes. Reinforce, you bet. Overinvest, yes. Procreate, static. Man, it is nice playing with house money. Steel Coat. Never seen this many cards. Static, yes. Just get it. Procreate on the boars. Overinvest on the boars. Times 2. Whoops, ran out of cash. Precision. Carnage. Combustion. Vampirism. And Vampirism. Absolutely crazy. Transformational in a lot of ways. I mean, that attack speed is insane on the elf, but, you know, pair that up with the boar and it's even more so. So fast that the game doesn't even know how to handle it. Alright, so things are definitely going on, but looks like we won. Another overinvest, don't mind if I do. 270 gold in one turn. Can we get you up over 1 billion HP? Yeah. I mean, 1.44 with... It's basically to the 9th power, right? So it's like... It's 1.59 billion HP. I could certainly be off. By the way, super large number, and it's shown here today. Mangler Demon's Altar. How about more carnage? Make peace with an enemy king. King agreed. I mean, he's got the overinvest. I need the overinvest. King of Nature. A nature rebellion at our doorstep. Man, what a crazy run this has been. How many pallies we got? 396. 576 boars, 707 ballista. Yeah, the game's not gonna like me checking stats here. 567 for the elf. 2,354 units on the field. And we get another procreate. Why not? Let's add some more units to the stacks. Looks like we got chaos next turn. We'll see if maybe the game can handle us. First, like, flash second of battle we already did. 7.21 million, and then it gets crazy. The numbers get so big. And I'm sure this makes for some compelling battle content. So maybe we'll take it to, like, turn 90. We'll see if we can handle the next chaos increase. Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that you can easily break the game with boars. Just get that HP up. get their numbers up and they do wonderful things for you. 603. Or maybe what's actually happening is the ballista. Since there's a finite amount of boars, right? Like there's what? 650, 700 of them. Maybe it's the elves that mount the boar faster than the ballista does, and therefore the elves do all the damage. Maybe that's what's going on. Looks like we handle that next era of chaos without a problem. So here we go. I think we can call this probably the final battle. I think you get the points. The King of Nature, very, very strong. I think it does kind of start slowly though. But the boar is a lot of fun to mess around with, man. We lost 1,000 units there, didn't even put a dent in the armor. It's time to wage war against another king. Who wants to find out? King of Progress. Haven't seen you in a while. So carnage on the boars. Looks like we're going to get into another fight here. I guess. We'll clear out year 90 and we'll call this a video. I wonder how far this could go. But my concern is more, giving you value content here. I think you get the point of the build. And given the battle sequence, lags out on me. I want to be conscious of your time, of course. But absolutely insane. Got another overinvest card. The answer would be, of course, yes. So why don't I go ahead and use these clones? Well, actually, it's not going to make a difference. Let's do a final assessment here, my friends. So the Paladin got up there pretty good in HP, must admit. Not sure how much they're doing. Less than 10,000 worth of damage. We added the Shaman very, very late. It's going to provide a very insignificant buff to our allies. We have the Ballista. 18 damage, 56 life. 16.81 hits per second. Good crit chance. 27 stacks of reinforce. Or sorry, that is precision. Next up, we have the Elf. Definitely the champion. 10,502 hits per second, which is absolutely insane. 31 damage. 681 in the stack. Again, insane. And then we have just the catalyst that makes it all happen, the boar. 603 of these bad boys. Looks like 4.72 billion HP, which adds 4.72 billion just across the board for whatever unit chooses to mount the boar. You have instant success. We have some very strong boars here. So this has been another exciting and fun installment of 9 Kings. I'm going to go ahead and we will just retire this run. We'll see what kind of progress we get. 91 years survived. Killed 26,000 units, got 2 level ups. Trained 2,500, collected almost 10,000 gold. Absolutely insane. Difficulty unlocked. Okay, so now we can play on Prince difficulty. You can definitely expect that in the next 9 Kings episode. So once again, this has been another fun installment of 9 Kings. Do let me know in the comment section below if you want to keep seeing these fun runs. I think there's, all kinds of things to continue to play around with here. We got all kinds of different decks to still use. I think next up we might play around with the King of Blood or maybe the King of Stone. I think both have very unique decks. It'll be fun to play around with. But let me know in the comment section below if you have something specific that you want to see. So thanks so much for spending some time here on the channel today, my friends. This game went to early access May 23rd. Link in the video description below if you want to get it for yourself. Really looking forward to the future of this game and what the 2 new kings that are quote-unquote coming soon have in store for us. So thanks so much. I'm going to get on out of here and I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.